Hi, I'm Kristin Lenardson. I'm the current president of the International Protective Security Board. So we've got some actually really fun stuff this year. The first is we're going to be putting out a podcast, and I'm not going to talk too much about that because really that is um, Charles Randolph's baby, and so his group has been working on that. But what we're looking to do is engage the community with direct conversation. What topics are relevant? What do we care about? And let's chat about them and kind of further push the discussion and push different ideas on the community. And then, of course, also engaging with everyone, seeing what they like to talk about, what they think of certain topics. So that's kind of the first one. The second one that we have going on is the mentor community, the mentor program. So we're looking to match a couple of seasoned professionals. I think that's a nice way to say that. With potentially some folks that are either looking to transition into the industry from law enforcement or military, or some folks that are brand new to the industry, to kind of help them with their skill sets, to look at them and say, I understand the hard skills. What other soft skills do I need to learn to progress to the next level? One of the things that has been brought up over the years, and I know Brian Jensen from AS and Christian West are very passionate about this, are the development of managers and the development of executive protection professionals within the field. Everyone comes in at kind of the same level, but one of the cool things is being able to help someone get from a team member to a team leader to a program manager to a director. And what does that career path really look like? And how can we, through mentoring and understanding where people have worked this path before, how did they get to their level? So what we're really looking to do is give back to a handful of folks in the community and help them kind of answer those questions on more of a one-on-one through personal conversations. So that's the second one. The third one that we're going to have going on, and we're very excited to start this one, is putting together a white paper and a couple of different deliverables to the community. So this is really scoping out what is the state of the executive protection industry. And there's a lot of different ideas and thoughts, and actually very divergent ideas and thoughts around this and what this actually means. Everyone, obviously, practitioners, executive protection, close protection, but event security, is that executive protection? Is asset protection considered executive protection? We've got a lot of different parts of the industry, like faith-based operations that focus on synagogues and churches and mosques, and the complex issues that they deal with. There are specific issues around a lot of different things. Celebrity protection, how that's different from corporate protection. So what we're looking to do with this white paper, and we've actually commissioned a great young man, I'm very excited to get him on board, to help write and to help kind of scope out what the industry looks like, what the state of the industry is, and where we think it might be going. Again, this is to drive discussion. This is not to say officially the IPSB believes this and this alone. But what we want to do is talk to a lot of industry leaders, do some research, talk to some industry experts, and then start the conversation around it and have people come back and think about it, long and hard of what does this look like for the industry, and do I agree or disagree? And it's okay either way. So those are just a few of the things that we're excited about this year. The conference will always probably be our major deliverable. I think within this industry, it's really important for everyone to get together face to face. The networking is crucial. The deep networking, the deep conversations that you have with people, being able to learn from each other and put a face with a name. I always think that's a really important part of business, and it's a really important part of growing who you are professionally and understanding who's around you and who you can utilize, and marketing yourself and meeting other people that you can work with in the future. So I always think that the conference is going to be our major deliverable, and it's going to be our final product, if you will. I also think it's a really good time. I think people really enjoy it. From a lot of the feedback that we've gotten, we always endeavor to, push some of the educational components, make people think, have people come and have a good time within what we're doing. So it's not, boring PowerPoint after PowerPoint. So we're always looking for new innovative ways to deliver awesome content. And I think that's going to be one of our trademarks moving forward. So we are going to have both those events this year again. We're going to have the shooting challenge, which Martin Nielsen and Aaron Malden from AS have been busting their butts to put something very cool together. I think it's going to be a several-part course, if I'm correct, like a handgun, a long gun, and possibly a medical portion of the show. I believe we talked a little bit about possibly having a team event, but I'm not necessarily sure what that looks like with this time. They have been putting out some videos, so please go check those out because they look very cool. So the shoot is something that we're going to continue with. It's going to be a little bit earlier in the day. We're going to try to wrap it up a little bit sooner so that everyone can get back and get cleaned up and come down for the welcome reception, have a couple of cocktails, and start meeting all their peers. Another thing that we've done the past couple of years, which I think has been successful and it's been growing year over year, is the career event. So this year we're looking to have a couple of different companies come in. We're looking to have a lot more companies come in, and marketing, letting them come out and market the companies, letting them talk about what they're looking for, letting potential job applicants and career folks that are looking to change their career, having them come in and talk to the companies, having a resume review, which I think is very critical. It's a very important way to do it, especially if you're new to the industry. What's important, what's not important on your resume, and why. We are looking again to have headshots this year. We had that last year. I think that was fairly successful. People were allowed to come down and get free headshots. And then also, looking to have probably like a Q&A section where you're not necessarily talking about your resume, you're not necessarily talking to a recruiter. However, we are going to try to put together a section where folks can come just kind of triage questions out. Like, I'm thinking about leaving the military and coming to the private sector, or I'm thinking about leaving celebrity and going to corporate. And having some subject matter experts there to help answer some of these questions. So we are pretty excited about that. One of the other, third new thing that I've been working on with the lovely and talented Bianca Hussey from AS Solutions is having an event specifically for women. And it's not going to be during the conference. It'll probably be after the conference one evening, perhaps just a couple of cocktails, but really networking specifically for women in the industry, talking to folks over the years. Everyone has always asked me, oh, I need a female agent here, or I need a female agent here. And I think that it's important for us to get to know each other a little bit better, get some good networking under our belts. And not that we have, drastically different issues than men in the field, because I think that all of us as practitioners, we do the same job. But there are a couple of things specific that I think women want to talk about with other women. So we're excited to have that going on this year also. I can't tell you exactly what night it's going to be yet because we're still scoping out the logistics, but we are excited to have this event. I don't know if the number of women in the industry has been increasing. I think potentially the number of the women attending the conference has been increasing. I couldn't talk about the overall demographic of the industry, but I do feel like women are becoming more comfortable within executive protection, and they are looking for different opportunities. I think there was a little bit more demand for women in the field, so that could be increasing the numbers throughout the industry. I don't have the statistics behind me to definitely say that, but my optic is that a lot more people are looking for women to either be with families, be with children, potentially be a little bit more key in certain situations. So I have definitely seen a little bit more emphasis on that. I'm not sure what the hiring demographic looks like, but it does appear that more women are coming into the industry, or there is a more need for women in the industry. We're getting to a really good spot. I think that we came from some great lineage. I think that we've got some really good heavy hitters. I'm really proud and I'm really grateful for all the success that we've had so far, and everyone that attends the conference and puts their faith and their trust in us to come back year over year or come new and give us a chance to kind of show you what value we're bringing to the industry. It was very interesting. A small win lately that I noticed was I actually saw in a Fortune 500 job posting, along with some other different industry organizations, it was a job for an executive protection manager, and they were looking for someone who had experience with the IPSB. So to me, that shows that we are having impact in the industry and that people are realizing who we are and they do find value in what we're doing. So to me, continuing to add value, continuing to deliver to the attendees, continuing to deliver to the industry, providing information, providing a fun format to learn and develop and network with people is super, super important. So over the next 5 to 10 years, I'd like to see us doing a couple more white papers to the industry. And these are not going to be boring 30-page white papers. We're going to make them fun. And we're going to, give shorter key highlights of some of the major takeaways. But definitely growing. I'd like to see the conference growing a little bit. I'd like to see more folks stepping up, actually putting in ideas to present at the conference, to come in as either a presenter, sitting on a panel, perhaps doing a TAC talk. All of those things is really engaging the industry more and having people go out there and be comfortable talking about what they're doing and sharing what they're doing with their peers. I feel like that is definitely a way that we all win. So hopefully within the next 5 to 10 years, that's kind of where we're going. And I'd love to, be around to watch all that happen. Why people should attend. It is the largest gathering of executive protection and close protection professionals in the world right now. We have been growing every year. We are trying to deliver, we endeavor to deliver, and we will deliver educational and fun content in a great venue and a great context. You're going to have a good time coming and learning, talking to your peers, being able to kick back and really talk about what's important to you in the industry. And everyone's ideas, everyone's thoughts, everyone's questions and communications are so welcome. We really appreciate everyone who comes. And, finally, what I'd like to say is I just want to say thank you. I'm so grateful for everyone that reads our blogs, visits our websites, comes to the conference, is going to listen to the podcast, is going to read the white papers. We're doing this for you. We're doing this to better the industry. We're doing this to help everyone get to that next level because we all grow together. And I think the term is steel sharpens steel. So please come to the conference. We'd love to meet you in person. And if you've been before, I'd love to see you again. Thank you so much.